All right, so next topic. The viewers might be wondering, why in the fuck are you wearing a tank top? You're such a douche. Well, we went to the gym before this, and obviously you have showered and cleaned up very nicely. But something that we've been discussing lately is that basically us going to the gym together and working out, and not just working out, but just like absolutely going in there for an hour and a half plus, just smashing it, killing it, has become the backbone of our relationship. And I was just looking at you this morning on the drive home, and I was like, when I met you, I had obviously no idea. I didn't know who you were, first of all, but I had no idea that you would turn out to be this gym freak just like me. And if you see now how much time that you and me spend on nutrition, on gym, on talking about the gym, I would say it's a huge start of our relationship. And if you didn't have that quality, I wonder what this relationship would be like, right? And it just got me to thinking, like, first of all, how do all those guys do it who are just like obsessed with physical development? And I have a lot of gym buddies. I'm not gonna name names, but I hear it all the time, and they come to me and they're like, dude, how the fuck did you do it? Like,
yeah, and I think it's also because it's, as you were saying, it's nutrition, it's exercise, it's a way of living.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It is.
Because also, if you want to train hard, you have to sleep early, or earlier than you used to. Like right now, we usually go to bed like at 10:30, 10:40, 11 max.
Max. What time did you used to go to bed before you met me?
Yeah, before I met you, 1.
1?
12, 1, yeah. Weekends,
what about weekends?
Later.
Yeah, tell people about the weekends.
Weekends, like I could go dancing until 3, 4, yeah. Like I love dancing, so. But yeah, that's the thing, you know, like you have to
dedicate yourself.
Dedicate yourself, yeah. You have to dedicate yourself to it because it's a lifestyle, and you have to learn to distribute your energy, the energy that you have during the day, depending on how much physical activity you want to do in the gym or running or whatever sport you decide to do. But you have to distribute your energy in that base, I would say. So it changes everything because it changes your schedule, it changes the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way everything is like,
And the fact that you just don't have any more energy for other things.
You don't.
Like it just changes everything.
Yeah.
And it's literally impossible to explain to any person who's not in it. For them, it's just weird. Like it just doesn't make sense.
And I think it's also a lot about, we just don't know, you know, like I used to be one of those persons that you're talking about, and right. I just didn't know. Like I loved to go to the gym before I met you. I went there, I was there hours training, doing, running, everything, you know, and I've never seen the results that I see now. I never felt this strong. So
what's the main difference?
The main difference for me is like right now I have the need to go there. If I don't go to the gym, it's like I feel like, or if I don't do any sports or I don't move my flow inside, I feel like I'm stuck, you know. The next day, I'm like, there is something pending, and I have this extra energy that I wouldn't have had if I would have gone the day before to the gym. So it just like it starts floating in a different way. Your inner thing just floats differently. You feel stronger. Yeah, it's everything, right? Because you go to the gym or you do sports, you eat a certain way, you sleep a certain way, so you feel a certain way because it's a lifestyle. So it's like because of this, you are changing things that are surrounded. So everything just changes. You
push the first domino and it goes full circle.
Exactly.
Your clothes start fitting better, so you start paying more attention to fashion as well. I think that's the reason why there's a direct correlation between people that work out a lot and their interest in fashion. Not all, but buying clothes is more fun when the clothes look good on you. I mean,
true.
It makes sense.
It's true.
And the same with nutrition. And for me, it's really interesting to see that I definitely, it happened organically with you and me. Like, I never tried to, like I said, I've had guys ask me like, dude, I have a girlfriend and she just does not want to do any type of physical activity. Like, she just wants to go take a walk sometimes, but like, I cannot get her to go to the gym or do anything. Like, how did you do it? And I'm just like, if you have to convince that person to do it, it's not going to work out. It's just not, like, you cannot manipulate or push someone into that lifestyle. Like, it has to be already there. And most people are just too far gone in their, unhealthy habits of living, I think.
Yeah. And I think one important point that I would say that you have added to me, like the key point, because I used to work out, I used to do it, but you've added that magical powder that is persistence.
Right.
You've taught me to be persistent in everything that I do, to keep doing it, keep pushing, don't give up. Because I've always done it, but I went to the gym 2 months, then I stopped doing it for 1 month, then I come back another 2 months, then, that was my flow. And once I felt that I was a little bit getting thicker, I came back, and that was everything I did. But now with you, it's like, I can really see that when you are persistent, you can get real results.
You can.
And it's actually, I think that's the key. It's not, I don't think there is people that is just lazy in the sofa and don't think, oh, I have to go to the gym. There are a lot of people that think these things. But it's just that you have, every day is a constant struggle, Every day you have to, in the beginning, you have to struggle every day to make yourself get up that sofa and go there, Like, it's a struggle until it starts being just fluid.
And you just said it so beautifully. And the gym is literally the most beautiful metaphor for life. The gym is life. And it's not so much about the physical gains as it is about the mental gains. I reached a physical level years ago that put me above 95% of people physically. Like, I could have just been like, all right, I'm just going to cruise from here on out 2 days a week, and I could stay that way. I'm at a point where I'm definitely having diminishing returns. My input is no longer equal to my output. What I mean is my body is not getting that much better by me hitting the gym super hard 4 times a week. But I don't do it for the physical aspect. It's because of the mental aspect. People ask me all the time, do you meditate? I meditate every day. I meditate on the drive over to the gym. I enjoy the drive to the gym because I know I'm about to put some work in. When I'm there, every time, I love to work out harder when I don't feel motivated. Every rep, every set that I do on a day that I'm not motivated, it's gonna make me stronger mentally. I love to hit the gym on Sunday mornings when everyone is hungover in their bed. I make this joke with my friends, Sundays pay double. Sundays pay double because I just envision all these people waking up with a headache, with a bunch of bad decisions that they made last night, and I'm in the fucking gym just smashing it. It's more mental than it is physical.
Exactly. It gives really you, I think it gives you discipline.
It gives you discipline.
A lot of discipline, like
self-love, self-worth. And also the realization that you always get out what you put in. It's very fair. You don't need anyone else for it. You don't need people's opinions or approval. If you put in the work, you do the sets, you do the reps, in the end you're going to get the results. So it's not like a team sport. You can be in a team. That's what I don't like about team sports. You can dedicate everything to your craft to be a really good basketball player. If your team doesn't give a fuck, you're not going to win games. So that's the thing about the gym. It's so beautifully selfish. But the main thing is also what I want to really get deeper on is if you had just been completely not interested in that, right? Like many women are. They're just like not into the gym. Where do you think we would be today? How would we be functioning? Do you have any idea about that?
I never really thought about it, but now that you say it, I think that we could have still worked
A lot of people do.
I think so. I don't think it's like, oh no, if you don't go to the gym, we are not working. Right. No, it's just that I think it wouldn't be this fun. That's how I would say it, because now it's like we drive there, we enjoy it, we talk, like it's somehow like we also do like a kind of update of what we're going to do, what is happening, blah, blah, blah. We talk. We practice. We practice Dutch now. You practice Spanish. It's like it's just like the flow. It doesn't mean that if we wouldn't do it, our relationship would suck. I don't think so. But I think it adds something special to it.
I want to segue this into something else, something that I realized, and this is going to sound super corny, but I don't care because it's something that, it's not just a spur of the moment thought, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. When you find the person that you're compatible with, when you feel like this is really like a relationship that I could see go in the distance, boring things become so fun. Like things that are considered so mundane and so like whatever become so much fun. Once you stop, like this is me speaking as a man, once you basically stop prioritizing finding women, getting laid, talking to 6, 7, 8 different girls all the time, sending DMs, trying to impress females on Instagram, this huge like space of or vacuum of energy and time opens up to you. It's just like, what the hell? Like I used to exert 65% of my time and energy to that. Now I no longer need to do that. It's just like you basically stop chasing these highs. You stop looking for these things. You stop looking on Instagram and feeling, having this fear of missing out. Like every little small thing that you can now do together that really satisfies you becomes something very fulfilling. And how many people have told you since you have moved here and since we have moved in this new apartment about me? It's just crazy that he's living here in this small town because his whole life, Lorenz has been telling everyone, I'm never gonna settle down here. Like I'm never gonna go and live here in this Belgian town that we're at, my hometown. Like that's just the thing that amazes the most people. That
yeah. A lot of people are shocked about that. That finally you decided to stay here.
And it's because I'm not gonna sit there and say I saw the world. I didn't see all the world, but I saw enough. I saw a lot. I've been to many different continents and many crazy, exotic, wonderful places. And in the end, it's just kind of like the world gets kind of boring if you're just doing it by yourself. And at the end, people are people, buildings are buildings, nature are nature. And there's only so many pristine screensaver beaches that you can see. So many crazy statues or temples. Like by the 20th temple, you're just like, what's next? And it just becomes also normal and so standard. And that's really something that I like. I used to hear people talk about that, Like even Marcus Aurelius, he always used to say he pities people who needed to go and travel to experience thrills. And I don't want this to sound anti-travel. Travel is great, right? But it was always about you cannot be happy until you basically find that everything you need is already on the inside. And I never got that. I never understood that. What does that mean on the inside? Like, you can never be happy until you stop looking for things, until you stop like searching for these things on the outside. And I can wholeheartedly say that I feel like I've reached that right now, with being in our own place, having this mutual dedication to the gym. And it's been fun because your growth has been fun to witness, also physically. Like you lost a lot of weight when we did the freezing the diet, which we documented in the Building a New Body series on my channel. And just step by step, I saw you getting more and more into it. And now when I see you, it's just like, man, And you've only been, like, this has only been going for like a good year. That we've been training like super hardcore this way.
Even less, I would say. Maybe in November it's going to be, or December. It's going to be a year, yeah.
So I'm just, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this is gonna lead us and lead you and anyone watching this, like that's having, it doesn't have to be the gym. Like, let's not get stuck in that, like, gym is everything. No, like, any type of physical activity. It can be any type of sport. Like, I understand not everyone likes lifting weights. It can be boring. I get it. I do. But just like, I just don't believe you can find true balance and happiness if you're not taking care of your body, if you're not taking care of your meat vehicle. Like, this is your space shuttle, the space shuttle to your soul. And I see so many people neglecting it, and just not caring, and it blows my mind. Like, you have to start there. You have to start at taking care of your body and what you put into it, because unless you do, it doesn't matter how many psychiatrists you see, how many self-help books you read. Like, it really starts there. It starts with taking care of this thing right here. And I'm happy that I learned that lesson at a young age. Again, my 2 cancers were a blessing in that aspect, because I had such a devastating kickback from the kenos and stuff, and I felt like I was 80 years old. And that's when, I'm still not the same. I'm still not the same as I was before my keno. But it made me realize I better start taking care of this thing and stop pouring buckets of alcohol into it and fast food.
But that's something outstanding from you, I would say, because it's true. You can say, I have to start taking care of it, so I will just try not to drink that much, I will take it easy, I will try to go to bed at 12, and no, but what you did is like, you had almost nothing, right? I would say.
I was dead near dead, yeah.
And you build up this amazing body that you have. So it's shocking, right? It's like it's going from from 1 or from 0 to 100.
Right.
Or 95, 100. Like I don't know. It's like it's just. And there is so many people that are like, let's say, at 20%, and they go up to 60, and they are happy. So that's what makes you, for me, is what really like caught me, when I met you, like, what? Like, you used to what? And now you look like what?
Exactly,
like.
But ironically, had I not realized that my ceiling became lower, is because I felt like my ceiling became lower. I had to maximize what I had left. Had I remained healthy, I would have never made it to this level. I would have always taken it for granted. I would have been just like a guy with big arms, chest, and just a bunch of fat. Like, and that's the thing that gets me so much. Like, my ceiling went from being 100 points to 75 points. So I realized, like, I better make it to 72, because that's all I got left. Because I used to be able to make it to 100. Had I remained healthy, I would have been like a solid 55 and happy with it. And that's less is more, less is more. And with everything in life, less is more. If I ever get a tattoo, it's gonna be less is more.
Oh my God.
In Japanese.
Please.
That's something that we talk about a lot. So she loves tattoos, and she thinks it's very cool and attractive. Well, that's a video for another day.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest tattoo lover, but we're gonna talk about that real soon. I think that this is gonna be the end of our second podcast.
I think so too.
And I think it was a really fun one. Well, guys, let me know what you guys think. I hope that I was able to fix. I had some minor mic issues. I think it should be better now. Katya's voice was already pristine as ever, sounding a little bit too sexy for my liking. So if you could tone that down, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Guys, comment below any questions that you might want us to answer for the next few podcasts.
Or any kind of topic suggestions.
Topic suggestions. Yes, I like it. Good input. Awesome. Let us know what you think. Give us feedback. We are still reading all the comments. We're not too big for that yet. So I just want to say thank you again for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. This is me, the Wounded Viking, and the Inca Queen.
Katia.
Katia. Check it out. Ciao, guys. Do you need help making better decisions in your life? Are you lacking self-confidence and motivation to get things done? Hire me today and get a direct daily line of communication with me through video chat and audio messages. I operate on a week-to-week basis, so no long-term investment is required. 7 straight days of Viking advice will get you right on track. Email me at lorenz.dries@gmail.com and change your reality. I'm ready whenever you are. See you soon.